Rutherford. Where would he be in Martha's ret?
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should...
Sid! Hard at your studies, I see. And what is... It's not a set of scales.
No. Of course it isn't.
Well, not...
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them. We dismembered them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed us.
Miss Middledore.
Because that's the only way to become a ninja-neer.
Miss Middledore said, the best way I see how something works.
Well, then your work is already half done.
The taking apart was easy enough, but it's the putting back we can't work out.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing goes at the bottom.
You three need to learn to take responsibility for your actions. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eye. All right. Every piece has its own role to play. And if even one of them is missing, the scales won't work. You already know one of the pieces. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is?
You're right. It looks more like a wing. Like a chocobo wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you, Sid? Well,
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait, maybe this arm holds things too?
Good thinking. You're on the right track. These round parts are called the pans.
I do. Molly uses them in the kitchen. But these aren't for frying bangers, you idiot. But what if I wanted to weigh goots? I don't think he'd fit on that little thing.
Probably not.
what are the chains for? Holding the pans up?
Well spotted. Which means something must hold the chains up in turn. This tiny piece is what's called a cogwheel, or gear. Have you ever seen one before?
I have. Miss Middledor's.
She puts them in all...
That's right. They're very useful when you want to make things move. Do you remember?
I remember the arm moved.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it before lunch.
We know what part's supposed to...
Not a bad idea. So,
I think we've got
then here's what we'll do. You tell me what...
Well, obviously you need to start with the body.
And the arms go on the body, and then the arms hold the pans by the chains.
Very good. Ah.
Yes, we did it.
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together. It was you three engineers who showed me how.
That's right. We're Miss Middledor's hairs.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future.
What do you think, Sid? Are we almost ready?
With a little more help from Miss Middledore and Miss Shirley.
You hear that? It won't be long.
Until then, though, do try to be honest with Miss Shirley.
Hey, look. We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his... It seems the hideaway's lost its...
Is a storm coming, Sid? What?
Well, did you solve the mystery?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they work.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully, she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. Mid seems to have taken the three of them under her wing. She'd have them follow in her footsteps.
I see. Sid, do you know why Mid has been spending so much...
She told me it was because her studies have...
No. To anyone else it would be an but that should come...
Which explains... She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given...
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Candle was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
Yeah! We can use the ruins to cross the ravine.
Assuming they will allow it, the Echoes have a will of their own.
Time to fight.
Tell us about Yote, Joshua.
She's strong-willed, loyal, and deadly with a blade. Much like Clive, but with better manners.
You're injured. What happened here?
There's a village not... We...
I'll go.
Forgive me.
Rest well, soldier. You said the encampment was close. Let's hope the Akashic are still there.
Fly, Ambrosia!
Another ether flood. They're everywhere now.
We can't go around it.
Then we'll just have to be careful.
Right. I got here in time.
It's over.
Is someone there? Please, I can't move my leg.
That doesn't sound like Akashic. You're with the battalion?
I am.
Taken care of.
Another survivor.
Is...
He was right to send you. Those things. Tabor is safe thanks to you. You seem familiar.
You must have me confused.
Wait.
Son of a whore. I was there, in Kosnis, when you killed my brothers.
My war with Hugo Kupka is over.
And what of my ill will?
When your wounds have healed and your head has cooled, though I hazard your life would be better spent in service of those who need it.
My oath?
I know how hard they are to keep.
No. Lord Kupka told us of your crime.
Man, like you or any...
I am nothing. Just know that
We're nearly there.
Have you been to Tabor before?
There are a few places I haven't.
Where now, Joshua?
There is a residence just inside the city gates. She awaits us within.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yotei, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yotei has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yotei. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yotei and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The King! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominance, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Is that blade for hunt?
Figure it.
Well, upon dread bring of I eagerly await your safe and above all triumph.
Welcome, welcome. Of course. Take care.
Careful how you pack that leather. Any creases or scratches.
You! Finally.
Is something wrong?
At the
universe?
Yes, in the wood. I'm here.
I can't
remember.
How are those new boots treating you?
An ether flood? Yes. I need to see.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token. For as long as you bear it, members of our order, if there is nothing further.
No.
Your Grace.
To Canva, then?
Well, Cyril seemed very, You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
The free cities under sea?
Fly, Ambrosia. rid of them. Ready, go? Faster! Don't get surrounded.
Clive. Smoke.
Is the city fallen?
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took... Well, now, but we ain't got... I'd build them in you, but where... Which leaves us...
I see.
And I didn't... There's been more, but there's only... We can't keep... And that...
It's...
Well...
Eastpool. It's been...
It was a... And if any... But what's...
I suppose...
The Blight... There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their... Would have sent... But now...
I do. Eastpool.
And I know... I've already... And I dare...
Of course.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians. But might make...
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So Wade.
And you, Lord Roth.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have...
That's right. I rather fear... And then we need...
As can I. Which is why I...
That's very... With you, but...
So...
That thankfully, and rather... A small...
I'll head in. You and the gut. Make sure I'm...
I can't...
The Akashic...
Well, I shall summon my...
Shall I wait for you?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see...
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You
That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Any more surprise?
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for a cache-in.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that...
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, right? It might be best to set...
Of course. I'll send... Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashak in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy. Especially not... The masonry might still be... It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here, if you don't mind. I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts.
Of course. I couldn't agree.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived. If you need anything more, you have only to send a stola.
And we will, my lord.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
There, Sir Wade, what's all this? On second thought, it'll only give me...
I suppose it will.
What else? Sir Wade said there's plenty back...
Did Wade say?
Well, anyway, it's the way I see it. If it's food...
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you.
I wanted to.
Clive!
I wasn't expecting, but it seems we still owe you, and though I doubt it's what you were expecting, we were hoping you'd take...
A star, Ruby. It's worth at least twice what you owe me. More if you can find yourself the right buyer.
Think of the difference as interest.
Interest? If word got out I charged that much, no one would have... Anyway, why are you the one here asking me about a bit much sending the Lord Marquis out?
Something like that. Most days I think he's the only reason the hideaway's still standing.
Same as always. Back when the place was nothing but a twinkle in the eye of a recently retired Lord Commander. Word is, he was the first one, Sidri. Probably knew that without his strong arm and level head, the idea would never get off the ground. Sid may have been the face of the hideaway, but Otto's always been the back. And when Sid passed away, we were all worried that would be the end of it.
His death was hard on everyone.
But he didn't give up, did he? Quite the opposite, in fact. I reckon what he saw in Sid, and don't we all? That, and you...
My lord Marquis, it is you. I am Sebastian.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it?
1,000 apologies, my...
It's all right.
I am here at Marth, tasked with learning, and what I have learned is the subsequent... The gear, the realm, your...
That sounds...
It...
Alas.
I have...
So you want me? I'll need to...
What?
That doesn't...
Thank...
I got peppers to numb your tongue.
There were ghosts at the gates not days ago. Those things I said before.
So many were injured.
Milady.
Gifts? Whatever is the occasion. Oh my.
Otto asked me to give it to you, to settle the Hideaway's debt with the Veil, and to compensate you for the time it took us to do so.
You did. I thought you might finally be warming to... Tell Otto he can keep his baubles. I tried to tell him as much the first time. The man owes me nothing. Nor does the Hideaway. My contribution to the restoration effort was made freely and willingly.
You once told me Sid did you a kindness. I'd like to do the same. Please, accept it. For my sake, and for Otto's. For all of us.
Otto is lucky to have you, Clark. I doubt anything could ever replace his son. But you and the other...
Otto had a son.
Long ago. Yes, and blamed himself for not being able to... I don't know how it happened.
I didn't know.
How could you have? Besides Sid, I've never met a man more than ill habit.
I'm beginning to see... Gob will want to know the stones were delivered. If he's still with us.
To the meadows, then.
That's what the captain said.
Come on. Hippocrates said I should be able to find what I'm looking for somewhere nearby. Bright blue dragons and bright yellow flowers. Easy enough to spot. It's over. This must be our wyvern. All right. Let's get this over with. That's the wyvern's liver. Now I just need to find the herbs. Bright yellow with a heady scent. I think that's everything Molly needs to resurrect her recipe. Better head back.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
You know what you have to do. Clive, as you know, our time grows short. Before we...
Thank you.
It is the... And it is...
But what of...
I built my combat. I would play, but a vil... And so, Clive, will you take them...
I will.
Thank you. The people understand the law and make...
Come then, brother. We are awaited in Gotan's Bales.
Everyone. You can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master. We owe him our lives. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lost, we know more. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. That we get to see justice.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else?
They've gone with Master Quentin.
Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quentin to call. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. They don't stand a chance against that. They're all gonna fucking die.
Sid! Don't worry about it. We can't let Quentin die before...
All right. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heaven...
Promise us, Sid.
Ready, go? Faster!
Look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late. Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died.
This must be the guard dog, Quentin. I'll hold it off.
But
your comrades didn't die for nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
I won't.
Come on, then.
That is no mere guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be run down. If only we'd arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy, just as I dreamed of all my plans. Building a... It was all for what is. My faithful comrades.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh.
You.
And so are you. It's Lostwing.
What? Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. Quentin's not going to last long in there.